Hello and welcome back to another video on Assetto Corsa EVO. Kunos has just released their latest early access update version 0.6, bringing in new contents and a range of improvements. But the big question is, has the performance actually improved? In this video, we are putting version 0.6 to the test and comparing it directly with version 0.4. If you have seen my previous performance benchmark, you will know what to expect, and if not, you can check it out here for a full baseline. The testing format stays consistent, that is, dry daytime, dry nighttime, wet daytime, and finally a stress test with 20 AI cars. For the track, I have gone with the Nordschleife, easily one of the most demanding circuits for both CPU and GPU. As for the system, I'm running an RTX 5070 with 12 gigs of VRAM paired with a Ryzen 5 7600 and 32 gigs of RAM. With that said, let's jump in and see how version 0.6 performs. Let's quickly go over the in-game settings I'm using. I'm running an ultrawide monitor at a resolution of 3440 by 1440 pixels, as you can see here. Most of the graphics settings are set to ultra or max. DLSS is set to quality and motion blur is turned off. And mirror resolution is set to medium. In dry daytime conditions, the average FPS sits around 87, occasionally climbing to 90 or even touching 100 in certain sections of the track. The GPU VRAM usage stays at around 10 gigs with latency hovering near 10 milliseconds. I didn't notice any stutters and overall the gameplay feels consistently smooth. I will let the video play for a while for you to check the statistics. At night, performance sees a slight improvement, similar to the previous benchmark. The average FPS is around 90 with lows dipping to about 70 FPS. The rest of the metrics remain largely unchanged and overall, the gameplay continues to feel smooth. Driving in the rain demands more GPU power. The performance drops slightly, but the gameplay still feels smooth. The average FPS I got is around 84 FPS and pretty much all metrics remains the same still. So I would say it's quite stable in that aspect. And finally, racing with 20 AI cars feels noticeably better compared to version 0.4, especially in terms of overall smoothness. There's a slight improvement in FPS, which suggests some level of optimization in this update. With Ultra Max settings, the average FPS comes to at around 77. Here's a consolidated look at the results across all test conditions in Assetto Corsa EVO version 0.6. Compared to version 0.4, the most noticeable improvement comes when racing with AI cars, where there's a clear and significant bump in FPS. Aside from that, performance in single-player practice scenarios remain largely unchanged. Overall, the gameplay feels smooth throughout with no noticeable stutters, which is definitely a positive. And that brings us to the end of this performance test for Assetto Corsa EVO version 0.6. If you found this comparison helpful, make sure to check out my previous benchmark on version 0.4 for a deeper look at how the game has evolved. Let me know in the comments what your experience has been with this update, especially if you have noticed any performance changes on your setup. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.